What is going on, my friends? I hope you are doing well today. The team at TRE wants to say thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for joining today. This is the Real Estate Podcast, and we want you guys to do us a solid. If you don't mind, can you help us get the message out? We believe that real estate can be for anybody, and we believe there's opportunities for people to grow with us. So if you can, please share, subscribe, like, comment. Thank you for being here on our journey, and we are going to continue to add as much value as we possibly can and try to shake up the industry. Let's dive in.
And that's the thing in real estate is everybody thinks that like you're going to join a brokerage and then the brokerage is just going to give you a bunch of leads and you come in from 9 to 5 and then you leave and it's over. Mm-hmm. But in reality, it's like you're building your business from the ground up. How do you do that? Are you going to cold call? Are you going to build a sphere? Are you going to do it referral network, you know? And so, and that's the major difference between real estate and every other career. Or, I mean, I'm sure there's careers that are similar, but most regular careers, you know, you get business handed to you. Sure. You know?
You're live, baby. Just keep talking.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Real Estate Podcast. Our boy, JMP, John Michael Perez.
Shout out to First Form.
All right, dude. Those are new.
Yeah, their new energy drinks are really good.
Is that a pre-workout?
I mean, it's just an energy drink.
Where did you get that?
That's a good question. Nate from he owns a gym in Cedar Park.
Sweet.
Really cool guy.
Is it what type of gym?
It's a personal training gym.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Shout out to Nate.
How'd you get connected with everything that First Form has, and it's Arete? Yeah. How'd you get connected with all that?
Andy Frisella, he used to have a podcast called MFCEO, short for Mother Effing CEO podcast. And and it was really good for like entrepreneurs and business owners. And then he started Arte Syndicate, which is basically a business owner fraternity / sorority, because there's women in it as well. And so I believe in, y'all have heard me say this a lot, but I believe in the power of association, and the more we hang out with people that we want to be like, the more it starts rubbing off on us. And so that's why I'm here, you know, like I hang out with you guys because I want to be like you. So, that's why I joined Arte Syndicate.
That's cool.
Very cool.
We love having you around, and there's not many people that we feel this way about, but we're like, John Michael's like us. Not that it makes us better or anything than anybody, but like you're in it and you're very value add, and we're just really blessed to have you on the team.
Appreciate it, man. I'm all in.
And you gotta.
That's the thing. I'm all in.
You are all in, and that's all it is.
Yeah, that's what. We couldn't be more in on this. Yeah, like it's impossible.
Yeah. A lot of people, for whatever reason, they're very scared to go all in.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's scary to do the opposite. Like someone the other day was talking about, well, let me just do it for a trial. I was like, dude, like your business is not a trial. There is no trial run. Like you have to go all in, and that's when you experience results. Yeah. If you do a trial run, you're gonna experience trial results. You know, any free trial you get is not worth it. They always make you pay for the real thing.
I'm gonna pull up that email you sent. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Keep talking about it. I'll try and pull it up.
Anyways, I mean, I think it's risky to not go all in.
Well, they say pick your hard, right? It's going to be hard to not do the work because you're not getting any results. You're not being able to pay your bills, right? If you just go one foot in. But it's also going to be hard to go all in, but the results are 10 times better, you know.
When I read this?
Yeah,
that's
1 second.
Intense.
Let me say this real quick. When I was getting sober, they used to tell us, you know, like same thing we're talking about here. You need to go all in on getting sober and living this way of life. Like you need to. This one guy, Don Radin, he used to say, you need to go balls deep.
Yep.
There's a group of guys. It was a group of guys, but he was like, you have to go all in. Like you can't just tiptoe in it. You're not gonna get any results.
Yeah. So Alex was texting one of our guys. Two things. One, someone asked me, and I have to get y'all's opinion because I still don't know how to answer this. But he's like, what do you do when you lose motivation?
I've been there.
Yeah.
I have.
I don't know. I still don't know how to answer it.
So that's why I wanted to get on a phone call with him, because it's such a weird question. There's so much more behind that, and he wasn't losing motivation. He was just experiencing a growing pain, just like we all do, right? Like when we're not growing fast enough, we're not, accomplishing as much as we want to. And we had a hour-long conversation, and he's not losing motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, when I lose motivation, I physically push myself to hang out with people that are doing more than me, because, like I said, power of association. Like, I literally go to events where people are absolutely killing it, because like there's no way that I can't be motivated if people are constantly killing it around me. Yeah.
So this is the sorry for the language, this is the message Alex sent. The key to being successful in this business is fucking pushing it as hard as you fucking can into existence. No one will ever hand it to you. You have to go out there and take what is yours. It's cold out here. Everyone wants to compete with you in everywhere you turn. Everyone wants the business you want, and the strongest, smartest, hardest, and fucking resilient will win. Business isn't a game. It's dead serious. If you want your business to be successful, you need to be willing to put your life on the line for it. We're here for support, guidance, advice, resources, knowledge, experience, connections, everything you could possibly need. But we can't give you the one thing required to be successful, you and your hard work. Just tell us how we can support you on this journey. And it's true, man. It's a cold world. We were talking today. Pablo worked out with me 5:15 with James.
Dang, shout out Pablo.
Pablo. And he's talking about like Mexican culture and actually living in Mexico. It's a different world there. Like there's not as much drive to build business and to work. Like there's a lot more free time. Like they say, people from Mexico come over here for, a better life, and people from here go to Mexico for a better life. So grass is always greener.
Yeah. I mean, every time that I feel like unmotivated, I literally will go back to when we were on welfare, or I'll literally go back to when I was sleeping on a couch, from ages like 11 to 18, I was sleeping on a green couch where like it was so uncomfortable because like I would like seep into the crease of but I would remember that, and be like, I'm not going back. Every single decision I make, I'm moving forward. I'm getting farther away from that.
Yeah.
Like every single decision I make, I'm not getting closer to that, so
that's what I really respect about you is you came from that and you did it. So to anybody who ever makes excuses, it's like if someone's ever done it, then it's possible. Yeah. And thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have done it.
Yeah.
I think anything is possible, honestly.
It really is.
But partially what I was getting at though with the Mexico thing is like here in the US, if you fall asleep, somebody else is fucking getting it. That's just the environment that we live in. It is different. America's competitive.
Well, it's everywhere too. I mean, that's happening in Mexico as well.
It is, but not at least from what he was telling me. It's just different. Like
there may be a different culture, but like maybe there's just more people not getting it, and there's just a few who are getting it.
Yeah.
But someone's getting it. Yeah. Someone is always getting it.
But it's different. Like his dad has a big construction business there. And the cartel literally came with guns to his dad and asked him to start paying them money.
Well, that's what I mean.
So people are scared to build businesses there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's different, but the cartel's getting it. Maybe not in the right ways, but
totally. It's a hardcore world, but we obviously which I love about you is like business, making money. It's all important, but we actually have a stronger belief in God and bigger things that are happening. And we're so blessed to be in this business.
Yeah.
We talk to people every day and we get to meet people and see things. And it's at this point, it's normal. We don't realize that the meeting we just had where the guy was talking about what he wanted to do. He's I want to start a gay convention. A gay resort. And it's like in this real estate business, there you see so much and you experience so many things and people. And I went out with Rebecca's husband and this guy's in a trailer on like 15 acres, and we hit the knock, and there's trash. He comes out, we walk around the corner, and we go sit down on these little stools and have a hardcore negotiation. And it's just normal. It's like I was like, that was kind of cool. But I'm like, real estate is so exciting.
Yeah.
There's so many things and people.
So dynamic.
Just get out there and go drive around, and every day is new. That's a blessing. And in a sense, like a lot of what we do is very reliant on God and what's going to happen. Like, we don't know necessarily what's next.
Yeah.
But we just keep shining that light, making our mark the best we can, and we get to build something. Like, what a blessing.
Yeah, I agree.
So you talked about sleeping on the green couch and being on welfare. If you don't mind, tell our viewers and everybody, kind of your story. Growing up, where you came from.
Yeah, I mean, my parents loved me a lot. I grew up we grew up in a trailer. Actually, we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment, and when I was 2 years old, I fell out of the top floor.
I saw that I think you posted that on your Instagram.
Like the balcony?
Yeah, well, yeah. And so somehow I survived. And, that's where the perseverance started, huh? And then we moved to a trailer when I was 7. Lived in that trailer till I was 17. And then
where's this at? What?
Victoria, Texas.
Victoria, Texas.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't invite my friends over. Like, that's, and like I didn't. It's funny because when I first met my wife, I was like, hey, yeah, I live over there. I didn't ever like bring her to show the trailer because there was like holes in it, and we grew up on welfare or whatever. But I was just hungry for something more. Like I feel like God was telling me, like, there's something out there for you.
Did you see something, or was it just within? Like, did you see somebody or something?
At that time, I thought I was going to be a professional musician. I'm not going to lie. And I had a ton of fun. For 8 years, we were touring the U.S. and during that time, actually, taught me a lot when it comes to like booking tours and like being proactive and like, you know what, if our manager's not going to do it, I'm going to figure it out myself, if we're not going to get booked for tours, I'm going to book my own tour, And so that's really where the let's just be resourceful. Let's figure out I'm not going to wait around for other people to do the work. I'm going to just go ahead and do it myself, And so then I use that same, mentality in real estate. And honestly, like, I was waiting tables for that same 8 years, and it was the same thing over and over and over again. Hi, my name is John Perez. Welcome to Kirby Lane. Can we start you off with a Dr. Pepper Sprite sweet tea? Okay, sweet tea, cool. Do you want an appetizer? We've got queso. We've got, all this other stuff. And literally same thing day after day after day. And then like I check my phone. Oh, look, we got a 5,000 views on our new song, and that
pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
One of them went really super viral, right?
Just depends on what your opinion on viral is. Because, a couple 100,000.
That's a lot.
Views or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Where at? Like, where would you get the views on?
YouTube or
Really?
Spotify. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, but back then, that was back, 2015, 16.
Uh-huh.
And then I did my Chick-fil-A video. That one got
that? I've seen some of your old
that
videos.
one got like 100,000 views. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
On YouTube?
On Facebook. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, so then got into real estate. And for the first 5 months, I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I was a baby that was being dropped in the middle of the forest. And then I found a mentor, which is Ben. You guys know Ben.
Shout out to Ben.
Ben Love. And then, he helped me a ton. I'm pretty much owed to him. Like, he taught me everything I know. And then,
If it's okay, let's go back. You covered a lot of ground there.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Did you have any jobs in high school or anything?
I worked at Casa Olay. Oh, and I also I did landscaping. So that was the worst job ever. Like, we had to wake up at 4 a.m. to start mowing lawns at 5. And I got paid $7 an hour. And, it was
That was in
horrible.
Victoria?
Yeah, it was in Victoria at a hospital.
Got it.
Yeah.
And so you were playing music in high school and growing up and everything?
Yeah. Playing
And then
music.
Guitar
And singing, yeah. And then, I remember playing music at these like open mics at like Hastings or like bookstores, you know, and they
cool.
used to have open mics. And like all of our friends, because there's nothing to do in Victoria, Texas, so all of our friends would go out to the open mics, and there'd be, you know, a lot of people inside those coffee shops and stuff.
Right on.
Yeah.
And what type of music? Metal?
No, that was actually, that'd be funny. Metal and open mic, like at the coffee shops. No.
That would be funny.
Wouldn't that be funny? No, at that time it was like acoustic music.
Got it.
Yeah.
You were in a metal band though, right?
I was in a heavy metal band for 8 years. Yeah. And then so it was acoustic music. Like I was still doing like 2 different types of music. And then, started a heavy metal band, moved from Victoria to Houston so that I could start that heavy metal band. And then things just started rolling from there. And it was super fun.
So starting the heavy metal band, I mean, similar to your real estate team, like you've got to establish and build a team out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you already have some people you were playing with, or?
No, I was just like going on Craigslist trying to find other guitar players and singers, and like literally connected with people through Craigslist and Facebook. And
Cool. That's interesting, because back to being resourceful, you take a lot of those are the things you got to do, or the mindset to do and build a real estate business.
Yeah.
You just naturally had it in you. Like, I'm just gonna figure it out.
Yeah. And that's the thing in real estate is everybody thinks that like you're going to join a brokerage and then the brokerage is just going to give you a bunch of leads and you come in from 9 to 5 and then you leave and it's over. But in reality, it's like you're building your business from the ground up. How do you do that? Are you going to cold call? Are you going to build a sphere? Are you going to do it referral network, you know? And so, and that's the major difference between real estate and every other career. Or, I mean, I'm sure there's careers that are similar, but most regular careers, you know, you get business handed to you.
Sure.
You know, so
I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I feel like there's just 2 types of people in real estate business. Is like people that are just trying to do deals, like get a deal done, get another one, and then people that are actually building their business.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like you have to pick one, but most people don't seem to be building their business. Like, who's closing a deal and getting people to follow all their channels and write them a review and give them referrals? Not a lot of people. They're just kind of like...
That's only one aspect of it, too.
Yeah, that's just... But I'm just saying that's a component of running your own business, right? Like, and that's the way to really be successful, because you just do deal to deal to deal to deal. Like, eventually it's going to end, or you're just going to never stop, right? You just have to keep doing that.
Here's another thing. A lot of agents, when they first get started, they get paralyzed by how much is going to happen, and so they plan, and then they never take action, right? And so like they're like, oh well, I need to get my business cards before I start going out and talking to people, or I need to go get my Facebook page. Like, no, I heard the story of 2 agents, and there was one agent that planned for a month. And then there was another agent that just went out there and started talking to people and started booking appointments. And the thing is that the second agent that just put in a bunch of action without a business card, without a Facebook page, they got so much farther. Even if they did fail, they have so much more experience than the person that just got their business cards ready. You know?
Sure. The guy I met yesterday, he said, I'm taking my test in 3 weeks, and then I'm going to get started. I was like, no, get started now. Go start getting clients now. Yeah. Bring people in. Start talking to people. You have a lot to accomplish in 3 weeks. And he's like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Should have started yesterday.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's 100% accurate. I mean, we have all types of people that reach out to us. Of course, all of our agents, but so many other people who want to start their own business or whatever. And everybody wants the business plan. Everybody wants the 12-step plan. Yeah. And I've told Matt this a million times, just us talking about it, is, you know, there is no 12-step plan. You're going to create 12-step plan, you're going to get to step 2, and you're going to go a completely different direction. Yeah. Or what you thought step 3 was going to be is going to completely change by the time you get there.
Yeah, or they don't like that the way that the steps are, so they do their own thing, you know.
Right. And you just have to get out there and get busy. And that's really what my message was about, was like, you just got to get out there and fight. And while you're fighting, you take a step back when you can and build your business, right? It's not just about doing deals, but like you can't just build your business. You can't just, create the Facebook page and the website and do all these things and your business cards. And it's like, where's all the business? Well, you got to fucking go get it.
Yeah.
And you got to get out there. You got to take action. And then you just got to hustle and do your best to hustle as hard as you possibly can. And in the moments when you're able to, take a step back, build your business. It's not going to be perfect. And you keep taking steps and you build some more.
Yeah.
Take another step. And then you learn, okay, I should have done this, and this differently. And now I'm going to hire this person to do it. Or I'm going to get this software that's going to help do this more efficiently. And then over time, you've got a business, but you just got to do it concurrently, in my opinion.
Constant setbacks too, right? Like, can you think of major setbacks or things that have happened to you in your journey? You're constantly dealing with stuff, right? And it never ends. I think about this, just a quick example, like I keep talking about this McDonald's stuff, but they started as a, mom and pop, right? In a sense. And then all of a sudden their food's horrible and they're the hated corporation. That's not who they were. And so like now they got to deal with that challenge. How do you overcome that? So just, it never ends. No matter how big you're going to get, you're constantly going to have threats. And that is the business.
Yeah.
The business is to overcome and adapt and deal with challenges. So you getting into real estate, building your team, having flips, like what's your take on this and any stories that come to mind?
Like my ups and downs?
No, well, just big setbacks, right? Like we, all of a sudden, a big agent leaves and we're like, oh man. But like the idea is if we can shine light on that for entrepreneurs, we experience it all the time. Like, and as an agent, right, you create this plan, but you're going to get punched in the mouth 5 times.
Yeah.
So that's back to your point. Forget the plan. Like, step back and build as you're going.
I remember when it was a couple of years ago, and I was going through a tough time. I'm not going to lie. My wife's mom just passed away, and she was living with us. She passed away from cancer. We just lost our dog. We were having a kid. Like, she was pregnant, right? And she hated her job. Like, she was so stressed out. And like, one of my biggest goals at that time was, how do I get her out of her job, right? And so every decision I made was like, hey, how do we get her out of her job?
Right.
And so I realized, not only that, I lost my clients fired me. For the first time in my entire life, first and only time, my clients fired me because they were like, we just don't feel like you're in it right now. And that hurt, man. It hurt so much. And I remember just being in my car, like probably crying, just like, what do I do? My wife just lost her mom. She was extremely depressed, dealing with postpartum depression. And sometimes it felt like I was walking into our house and there was just like this big gray cloud. And so I would like try to lose myself in work, but now people started feeling that energy, and the thing is like, we have our business, we have our life, and so sometimes you do have to focus more on your life, and get those things figured out so that you can thrive in your business.
Sure.
And so for me, time healed all, and just, going to church and finding my community and surrounding myself. I keep saying that, but surrounding myself with people that are, whether it be your spiritual walk, whether it be your physical walk, whether it be your business walk, like just surround yourself with people that have results and are doing it,
Yeah. You live it. And you talk about it and you live it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah, man, I can take some of that to heart, and I've leaned on the track of all business to a detriment of health and maybe family in some cases, but it's just it's a journey.
Yeah,
and try our best, and it's obviously very important and something to always work on.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're in an airplane and they say, put your mask on first before you start helping everybody else. Sometimes you got to focus on your own health and your own mental clarity before you can start helping everybody else,
Totally.
So, yeah.
It's hard to, I think it's hard to focus on what you're talking about, your health and everything. Maybe when, like you're in the midst of like that situation you're talking about.
Yeah.
But now, you focus on your health and everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
And your business is thriving.
Yeah.
Better than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, we were just talking about the ups and downs of business.
Yeah.
Like Yeah, things look great, but like, dude, you know, I've gone through the fire,
and it's
Right.
gonna come again.
and it's gonna come
Right,
again.
yeah,
You know.
Well, but my point in saying that is that it's, you know, there are certain moments where it's hard to see things. But now, when you're looking at it, I mean, it's not hard to focus on your health and your family and your business all at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And there's days where, you know, none of us are perfect, and there's days where we do it better than others, and vice versa. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the person and the family. Like, you got a wife and kids. Matt's got a wife and 2 kids. I have no wife, no kids. So it's different in each person's scenario what that kind of looks like.
Yeah, and that's back to being around the right people. Like, I go work out with James twice a week, and I'm not doing it every day, but he's helping me, you know, keep me accountable. And that's why, back to what you said, it's so important. And maybe, you know, one of us is not feeling good, but we're still showing up, and the other one notices that, and you can help bring them up. And that's why that's what you're talking about is so important.
Yeah, it is.
Because we're all in this life together, man.
It's vital.
Yeah.
Vital.
It's going to be fun to see what we can do. I mean, you're a huge part of what we're doing.
We're going to do huge things.
You're bought in, and
we're literally like at the beginning. It's like not even the beginning. It's like the precursor of the beginning.
That's so crazy. I believe it, man. And it's weird because we've all been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
But it feels like that's a really special thing to feel that. Like, everything's ahead of us, you know? And back to
so much opportunity, like you say. It's Opportunity City. But not only that, like, there's so many opportunities within TRE. There's so many opportunities.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy. We had, you know, multiple people come up here today, and Big Country and I met. And
the parking lot was packed.
Parking lot was dude.
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of parking.
This backfired on me. So these 2 people came in, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's always somewhere to meet here. Like, either this room or that room. There's always somewhere. And then we walk upstairs, and he can't find a room to meet. And I was like, and they saw. I was like, I just told them there's always a room. I was like, we already need a bigger space.
I love it. Let's 10x this. Let's go,
man. Come on.
You know.
Wait, y'all left and you were doing the tour?
I was giving him a tour around the office.
Well, the place to meet was where y'all were just meeting at.
I know. No, right when we walked out, Amanda went in there.
I know. I was about to steal that spot too.
We as soon as we move into an office, it's outgrown.
That's crazy.
I honestly thought this would do great. Like, I thought we'd have so much parking here, and maybe we just need to structure the parking better. But
well, I mean, imagine if we were at that other place. I mean, I don't think.
Well, there wasn't that many people here today, was there?
Yeah, there was.
There was a lot,
but not more than we've ever had at the other office.
I don't know.
No, but it was.
At least nobody got screamed at for parking in front of someone's house today.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That used to happen at the old place.
Nice. No, this new office is like one of the best decisions y'all have made, probably. Yeah. Not gonna lie. I mean, not one of the best, but a very good decision.
Yeah.
Good.
It's crazy, dude. As we're doing stuff, like he'll have ideas, and I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, go spend rent on something.
Yeah.
But
dude, this was your idea. Literally in our in our quarterly traction meeting, you're like, we need a new place for the brokerage. Like, they need a new office.
Yeah, but I want to buy something.
Well,
I don't like renting.
Dude,
that's
like,
a big difference.
I
I'm
know.
like, I don't want to throw a couple grand out the window.
Yeah.
Owning's a whole different story.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
but
let's go lease this. I
takes
I
forever.
don't lease. I hate leasing.
It's gonna take.
But I'm so glad we did it.
And it's so funny how y'all are different minds on that leasing.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lease it either. Like, every other office we've had, we own. But, like, hey, this is a good deal. Shit, even if we don't move the brokerage here, let's rent it out for $25 and let's lease it to someone else for $5.
Yeah.
That's the way I was looking at it.
I got you. Yeah.
Let's just do that. They needed a place, literally. You know, they needed it.
I really want people to understand that this office is for
us,
everybody.
Yeah, for the agents. Yeah.
We don't even own it, so we're leasing it. But like, this is for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like, own that, right? And I know you know that, but they can throw events, parties, whatever they want. This is for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah. There's a different energy. There's like a different energy in this. I don't know, man. It might be me, but it might be just me. But I feel like there's a different energy, like in TRE as of recently. Like, and it's good.
Yeah, there is for sure.
And I think it's like, you know, adding Jonathan,
for sure,
adding some of the new people on staff, like there's
Yeah.
something going on.
God's
and
working,
and I
man.
love
God's
it.
working.
Yeah,
Dude.
and I love it.
100% there is. I mean, I like going to our classes. I used to have to go to our classes and teach them. And used
Yeah,
to,
it was me and Alex. You know, I'm teaching. I'm doing my phone calls, my hour phone calls, and
Yeah.
he's teaching a class. Like we hated doing that, but we
it,
needed to. We were trying to do
yeah.
our best, and then all of a sudden we found a natural fit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Big country, baby.
I've been talking about hiring an agent success department head for 18 months. It takes a long time to find the right person.
Yeah.
And
Did y'all look at it? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, did y'all look at any other options or?
yeah, we looked at plenty of options. We've hired, we have 10 people here that work for us, that work with us here at the brokerage on staff W-2. And,
Did y'all notice his correction? He didn't.
With, baby.
With.
With not
us.
for.
well, I'm just talking about like a W-2 salary versus
Yeah,
1099
gotcha. I know what you mean,
contractor.
But it's still good. The verbiage
No, it's
is good.
important,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
important.
But I've interviewed. I mean, Matt used to send me like, and still does, send me like 5-10 people a week. Hey, we need to hire this person. This person needs to come.
I want to hire
You
everybody.
have to hire this person. And I've probably interviewed 100+ people, and we've only hired less than 10% of them. And each
That's
one
like looking at deals.
Yeah.
You know, you look at 20 deals and get one.
Dude, I hated it, man. That was like one of the worst experiences. Is we interviewed like 6 people back to back, and I'm like, I like all of these people. Like, I hate the idea of trying
I
to
like
pick out
that,
which
yeah.
one's better. I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable doing this. I don't ever want to do this again.
Well,
And
you
s-
have to.
You absolutely do.
It's not. There's so many factors that go into it. It's about who is this person? How well do they fit in with what we're trying to do? How well do they fit in with what we need them to do? How will they work with Matt? How will they work with Andrew? How will they work with everybody else here? How will they interact with the agents? What does it cost? Can they do more than just that? What do they want? If they don't want to do what we're hiring them to do, then we shouldn't hire them. Do they want to grow and stay with us for forever?
Yeah.
And you're looking at like 100 different variables with this person, and it's like
Yeah.
Jonathan clicked all the boxes. We're like, let's
Let's go, big country.
let's go.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is like the people that plug in and that are long-term thinkers are like the ones that are going to get the farthest, you know? And so like in the big vision thinkers.
Yeah, and you don't need that many.
That's true.
You really don't. Like,
And
you-
it compounds because if you got one person, you know, recruiting 100 people, and then out of those 100 people, 10 people recruit 100. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, absolutely.
Well, it
I mean, dude, we had like 70 agents last year. I don't know, 80. I don't know.
go ahead. Sorry.
We doubled in 1 year.
Yeah.
What did we start when you first started?
We were talking about this earlier. I think you had like you've said like 7, 8, 10. I think you had like 12 or 14 at the time.
What?
12 agents, basically when Corona started.
Oh, okay.
May 12th, 2020.
Dang.
That's crazy.
I think you had 12 or
Yeah.
11.
So you went from 12 to like 70, and we'll probably end this year with 175 to 200. Right?
No,
More?
3.
300. Oh yeah, we got how many months? We got 5 months.
Yeah, it's August.
300. We're
Come on, baby,
yeah.
300. You heard it here.
Well, I mean, the thing is like when people walk in, they feel like we care, and there's a different
Yeah.
energy when it's like, hey, do you need anything? Like, and we genuinely mean it. It's not like,
Yeah.
hey, do you need anything? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like
we care.
yeah.
And we were talking to this guy yesterday who's been around for a long time. He's one of the top guys at Fathom. And we were like, what do you think we could be doing differently? Or what would you guys be doing differently? He's like, you guys have it figured out. It's the culture and the people.
Mm-hmm.
And it just hit me like it is, you know, because in this business, man, like very few people are loyal, right? And we're not requiring anyone to be loyal, but we want that and we want to be that ourselves. But everyone's so quick to jump to the new brokerage. Like, so there's something very special that we don't have that. We have people that love this and want to be a part of it, and they're not just like, oh, let me go from Fathom to Real. We go to EXP and just bounce around.
Yeah.
When you don't have that, like the ones that you jump from, they're all just going out slowly, right?
Well, I've
so we have to
noticed-
keep going all in on that.
I've noticed some of the agents that don't plug in and that don't go all in, they'll jump to a different brokerage.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And like, yeah, because you didn't actually give it a try. You didn't actually like use the resources that we have, you know, and like actually plug in. And that's so much less, you know, now. But it's so funny that that happens.
And it doesn't matter where you're at. That's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
For it's the short term versus long term, and it's like really believing in the vision of wherever you're at. I mean, if you want to go to Keller Williams, like, and you want to stick with it and be there for a while, like, you should really believe in what they're doing there, you know. And if you don't,
that's what I'm saying is like that's not a normal thing that exists with realtors. Most realtors just bounce around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and John mentioned, and y'all mentioned a second ago, the long-term thinking, and everybody here, especially on the staff side, is really long-term thinking, and we're all a team. And it's something I've noticed recently is with, you know, people are just really excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. It's very cool that people are just excited to be a part of it, and it's not like today or, you know, next month what it is. It's like, man, I'm going to be a part of this and grow this with you guys, and I can't even imagine what it's going to look like in 10 years. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want, is people to come in who want to be with us, who want to grow with us, who want to hustle and grind it out with us and grow this thing all together as a team. It's not me, it's not Matt, it's not this department or this person. It's all of us together, bought into this vision and trying to accomplish this goal.
It's buy-in. Yeah. You buy in. And I shared that meme, was it a couple weeks ago or a month ago? And it was Google in a garage, Apple in a garage, and then our garage, right? And I was like, hey, wouldn't you want to be a part of a KW or a Berkshire Hathaway when it first started, right?
Yeah.
Like, and not the guy that joins, 20, 30 years later, like where they've already achieved all of their success, but like join something that has a mission, that has the values that you should be aligned with when it first starts. And like, we're in that precursor. We're like, I believe in a couple of years we'll have 1,000 agents, and like my goal is to recruit 1,000 agents.
It's a great
Keep
goal.
going.
Man. Yeah, no,
Don't stop yourself.
You get us motivated, man. Start sitting up straighter. But let's talk about you a little bit, man. Like you're a huge part of this. For the listeners, like, what ways can they plug in and be a part of what you have going? What ways could they help them? Do you want to connect with people? Like, how do we build up JMP?
I have a team, Impact Property Group, and we're going hard. You know, we're just we do the same thing that you guys do. We try to add as much value as possible to our community, and try to make a positive impact on our community. I mean, you guys just partnered up with us on the backpack drive, so we're giving 100+ backpacks to kids that genuinely need them. And we just made those calls the other day, so calling these families, and they're calling us back and saying, man, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to us. And just those little stories of making an impact in our community. And I could go on stories, but like I could literally talk for 30 minutes just about like how we affected, thousands of people with meals. And this little kid saw what we were doing and made chicken noodle soup and was like, Mom, why are they doing this? And she was like, well, they're trying to make a positive impact on our community. He says, okay. He makes chicken noodle soup, puts it on his wagon, his red wagon, starts wheeling it down the neighborhood and giving his neighbors chicken noodle soup. And like, for me, like, I was the kid that when someone came to our house and brought us food, we were so thankful, right? And so like making that impact, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Impact
so
Property
vital.
Group, baby. That gave me chills.
Me too.
That's cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So you got the Leander Dads Group.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I got Leander Dad's Group. Dad's Group.
Dad's
Check
Group.
it out.
But you're very creative in what the way you're approaching. I mean, talk about some of that stuff. Like, the Dads Group is community of dads, and you just guys meet up once a month, right?
Yeah. So with the Dads Group, I started that over year and a half ago or something like that. Because honestly, at that time, I didn't have any friends that had kids. And so I was like, you know what? I want to start a dad's group. And so I was just like asking questions, and it was super organic. To this day, it's super organic. We've got over 1,000 members in that Facebook group, and it's highly engaged, right? It's one thing to have 1,000 members in a Facebook group, and then you have like a comment that has 2 likes, but it's another thing to have 1,000 members in a Facebook group, and everybody's talking to each other, you know, and that's a really cool thing. And the way we did that is we do monthly events. We have, you know, we're playing basketball on Saturdays. We're hanging out with each other. And what I found is that there's a huge need for dads right now that are moving to Austin, because there's so many people moving to Austin and they don't know anybody, right? And they're like, I need connection. Like, I need to find friends. And so that's why the dads group is doing so good, is because we're just providing a platform for people to connect. And then, and honestly, like at the beginning, it was just like, I want friends too, you know? But now it's like, hey, we're becoming we're building credibility within those Facebook groups. We're starting to becoming an authority figure, because we're doing these events and people are looking to us as like, oh, they're throwing their events. And then they see our billboard, and then they see the things that we're doing in our community, and it just starts compounding and like building that influence within our community just by doing good things.
And then it becomes it's a thing of its own, right? Like, you didn't start this group to say this is what it's going to become. Whatever the dads in it want it to become.
Exactly.
That's where it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do here. Is like, this is not about us anymore.
Yeah.
This is becoming whatever you make it, and
Yep.
Amanda makes it, and Tessa makes
Yep.
it. Let's go.
Yeah, and like on Thursdays, 10 dads meet up to have breakfast, and like that was organic, right? Like dads just meeting up to get tacos. And like, cool, you are doing that.
Yeah.
Have fun, you know?
You're right. That's
so,
it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. So, what about people getting a hold of you, reaching out to you? What's the best way to connect?
Instagram, Sold by John Perez, at Sold by John Perez on Instagram. And then add me on Facebook.
You've got a podcast now?
I do. I just started one. Matt was our first guest. Yeah. And then we've got Jordan, my business partner, on this week.
Nice.
And
what's it called?
The JMP Podcast.
JMP Podcast.
Just made it simple.
I love it.
And yeah, that's pretty much, you know, just trying to build the brand, just like you guys. Yeah.
In it together, man. We're in it together. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to, you know, see how this all plays out, and we're going to look back on these videos and remember talking about it.
You remember back then?
I remember the one we did at,
I know.
I call it the treehouse.
That crazy house, man. It was a tree house.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did one back at the treehouse?
That was a little while ago.
That was crazy, man.
Good times. Well,
like I said, man, we're at the beginning. We got big visions, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. Seriously.
We're gonna be in a new office soon. This one.
Seriously.
if you're listening, you're welcome. Reach out. Come join us. We need more help. We got big dreams and vision. We want to do this with people. We can't do anything on our own. Doors open here at TRE. JMP, we love you, brother.
See ya. Love you guys.
Guys, thanks for listening. Real Estate Podcast. Share with your friends, like, comment, join the Leander Dads group if you're in that area.
Oh yeah, if you're a dad and you're in that area.
And you like to hoop or have breakfast tacos. Much love. Peace.